¡Por fin! Vamos a jugar. Uy.
What? Who? Oh, I must have dozed off. Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us up. What do you say, Rufus?
¿Tú qué opinas? Rufus, el perro se llama Rufus. Uy.
Yes, quite right.
Yeah.
Better get back to work.
Volver al
This
trabajo.
book won't write itself.
No
Maybe
vas a
I
ver
should
solo.
start somewhere easier. I'll come back to the prologue later.
El prólogo más adelante.
The sun rose over another perfect day in picturesque Arthurton.
Ah,
To the casual observer, Arthurton seemed like any other small, quiet town.
espera. Ok.
It was nestled in a valley between two
Asentando-
mountains, lined by lustrous forests,
Lustrosos
and
bosques.
perched on the edge of a pristine lake.
Mis audífonos, ¿escuchas?
It had a main street with all the essentials, including a place to sip coffee.
Una calle principal con todo lo esencial, incluyendo un lugar para beber café. ¿Por qué lo leo? Sí, porque eso lo leo. La gente la va a leer, ¿no?
It had schools, a
Tenía
college, a
colegios,
church, and a
universidad,
police
una
station.
iglesia y una comisaría de policía.
It even had a
tenía
museum
un
no
museo.
one ever visited. It was the kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels.
Bien,
Typical, maybe even forgettable.
pues incluso olvidable. Wow.
But there was one thing in Arthurton that was unlike any other town in the whole world. Actually, it was a girl.
Actually, era una chica.
Her name was
Se llamaba
Jenny LECLUE,
Jenny LECLUE, así se pronuncia.
and she was the world's greatest detective.
Mejor detective del mundo. Ah, yo pensé que íbamos empezando, pero no. Ya tiene su
Finkelstein
fecha.
residence.
Residencia Finkelstein. Dígame,
Oh, hello, Glenda.
Glenda.
Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then. Richard? Yes, I got it. I did. And my answer is no. I understand that, but... Well, yes, of course, but... No. Nothing
No,
is
no.
settled. I'm not going to do it.
No
It
lo
goes
haré.
against
Es
everything my
contrario a
books
todo lo
stand
que mis
for.
libros representan.
No, not
No.
yet. But if I could just...
Si tan solo...
Please, listen to what I'm saying.
O sea, somos un escritor y lo que estamos escribiendo es la vida de Jenny. Era el tipo de lugar que podría encontrar en cualquiera de tus viajes. Típico, puede que incluso olvidable. Ah, esta es la introducción de ahorita. Pero había una cosa que harto que era distinta a cualquier otra ciudad de que el mundo y no me acuerdo qué dice. Sí, esta es la introducción. Ok. Ve para salir. Ah,
You don't understand what you're
Okay.
asking for.
no entiendo lo que me estás pidiendo.
You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down?
Que trastorne por completo el mundo de Jenny. Oh, sí, es lo que estábamos leyendo en la carta entonces. Que tiene que cambiar la fórmula.
Kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine.
Toca ceder. Con tal de que la serie viva, que tengo que matar mis personajes. Van a morir. No.
I'll give you what you want, but I warn you, I'm a stream of consciousness writer, and you have unleashed my fury.
Y acabas de desatar mi ira.
Good day, sir.
Que tengan un buen día, señor. Ok.
Boring? Predictable? Pah! Well, if it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get.
Si lo que quieren es un asesinato, eso es justo lo que les voy a dar. Y empezamos a escribir.
It should have been another perfect day in Arthurton. But today was different, and nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenny LECLUE was dead.
Oye, qué rápido, ¿eh? Cuando iba a matar al protagonista no era así.
Her skin was pale,
Piel estaba pálida.
her eyes glassy and frozen.
Y sus ojos vidriosos y estáticos.
What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective?
Qué cruel destino le había acaecido a nuestra querida detective.
No, no, no.
No. ¿Qué pasó?
Never move the victim.
Nunca mováis a la víctima.
Mrs. LECLUE, she's doing it again.
Le está volviendo a hacer.
Jenny LECLUE, you
Jenny
are a
LeClue.
dead body.
Eres un cadáver. Ah, es una clase.
Dead bodies don't talk.
Los cadáveres no hablan. Julie LeClue, ex detective, enseña a sus estudiantes. Ex detective, enseña a estudiantes estúpidos. Pésima cocinera, madre super.
But he's doing it wrong.
Pero lo están haciendo mal.
As wonderful as it would be if all cadavers were so talkative,
Aunque sería fantástico que todos los cadáveres fueran tan habladores,
we must deduce the cause of death without their help.
tenemos que decir la causa de la muerte sin su ayuda.
With only the evidence laid before us,
Únicamente con las pruebas que se presentan ante nosotros.
we build a picture from the fragments left behind.
Creamos una imagen con los fragmentos que han quedado atrás.
We collect clues, interpret the data, and solve our puzzle one piece at a time, until it feels as if the victim is speaking to us.
Hasta que nos sintamos como si la víctima nos estuviera hablando.
But Jenny is right, Jonathan.
Pero Jenny tiene razón,
You
Jonathan.
mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost.
Nunca hay que mover un cuerpo.
Sorry,
entonces.
Mrs. LECLUE.
¡Ey!
You've all had a chance to study the body?
Todavía he tenido ocasión de examinar el cadáver.
Who can postulate how she met her demise?
¿Quién puede ser cuál fue la muerte?
Me! I think it was an accident.
Un accidente.
Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was going
No miraba por dónde iba.
So she slipped on the wet floor,
Revolvió con su
and cracked her head
mojado.
open.
Se partió la
Like an
cabeza.
egg.
No sé, no soy detective yo.
and then she bled to death.
Se desangró hasta morir.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head.
Hay un charco de sangre enorme alrededor de su cabeza.
Yeah, I know.
Sí, lo sé.
I was being sarcastic.
Era sarcasmo.
Oh.
Chale.
Actually,
En realidad,
you're both wrong.
¿pasó?
What?
¿Cómo?
Cold-blooded
Fue un
murder.
asesinato a sangre fría. Uy.
Murder?
¿Asesinato?
Don't be ridiculous.
No digas tonterías. ¡Objeción!
Where's the murder weapon?
¿Dónde está el arma de
There's
crimen?
no evidence anyone else was even here.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, sí que lo sabe.
It was murder.
Un
And I
asesinato.
can prove it.
Uy. Buena detective. Ayudante del laboratorio muerto.
Jenny had read all the books.
Jenny se había leído todos los
She'd
libros,
absorbed all her mother's teachings.
había interiorizado todas las enseñanzas de su madre.
But there was nothing quite like getting your hands dirty.
How many people get the chance to solve their own murder?
Ok.
The first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence.
Ok, reunir pruebas.
Seemingly insignificant details could provide a vital piece of the puzzle.
Una pieza clave del
First,
rompecabezas.
I'll search the crime scene for clues.
Primero buscaré las pistas en la escena
Then
del crimen.
she'd analyze the data. And finally,
Deduce the real cause of death.
Ok. Ok, 8 pistas, interactuamos.
without her trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see the nose in front of her face.
The victim has a green smudge on her lips. There's no doubt the victim lost a lot of blood.
Jenny's blue sweater was scruffy and quite uncomfortable.
Approximately 8 sizes too big.
Estampitas. Los
The
charcos de
floor
agua.
is wet and slippery, but also immaculately clean. What a waste of perfectly good coffee.
It wasn't Jenny's style to wear accessories.
No le...
I've seen enough.
Yo
Time
eso-
to wrap this
Ah.
case up.
Ok, eso era todo.
Jenny was a meticulous record keeper, noting
Jenny-
every relevant clue in her trusty journal. A great detective knew that solving a mystery was simply a matter of connecting the dots.
Ok,
I'm certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it.
bien.
How do I know the victim didn't slip?
Y las botas, deducir.
The victim's boots are filthy.
Botas de la víctima
They
están
should have
sucias.
left big muddy footprints on the floor.
Exacto, de las
So
huellas.
where are they? Either someone washed away her footprints,
O bien, alguien limpió sus huellas. Por eso el piso está reluciente y mojado.
or she was carried here.
¡Resuelto! ¡Bien!
Okay, that proves she didn't slip.
Que no, demuestra que no
So how did
resbaló.
she actually die?
¿Cómo murió en realidad? ¿Taza de café? Con la boca. Deducir.
There's a green residue in the bottom of the victim's coffee cup.
Huele a cerillas quemadas.
It smells of burnt matches. Phosphorus.
Fósforos.
Also found in common garden fertilizer. The same green mark is on the victim's lips.
Hay una marca verde igual en los labios de la
Her
víctima.
coffee was spiked with fertilizer.
Condimentaron su café con
Someone
fertilizante.
clearly wanted her dead.
Y murió por intoxicación entonces. Resuelto.
Ah, the case of the dead lab assistant. Gone before her time. Was it poison?
¿Fue veneno?
Yes.
Ya.
A blow to the head?
¿Golpe en la cabeza?
Yes.
Sí.
An accident?
¿Accidente?
Certainly not.
Por supuesto que no. Jaja.
No footprints in an unshattered mug?
No hay huellas y hay una taza intacta.
She was killed somewhere else and carried here.
La mataron en otro sitio y luego la trajeron hasta aquí.
This is the story of a scorned ex-lover.
Esta es la historia de un examante despechado.
Jenny? The gardener, enacting his revenge.
El jardinero se habrá vengado.
Jenny. A deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine coursing through the veins.
¿Estamos llenando de más?
That's quite enough, thank you.
Ah.
What happens to the gardener?
Is this gonna be on the test?
¿Saldrá en el examen?
Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer.
Ok.
But what's the point of all this?
Yeah, there hasn't been a murder in Arthurton in years.
Every town has a dark side, even Arthurton. By doubting, we are led to question.
Dudar de las cosas dudar de las cosas nos lleva a hacernos
And by questioning, we arrive at the truth.
Las preguntas nos conducen a la verdad.
Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget, next class is our field trip to the morgue.
¿De excursión a la morgue?
So have a light lunch.
Comed algo ligero antes.
The students need to think for themselves, Jenny.
Ah,
That's why they're here at Gumboldt. To learn. I just figured we all had places to go.
todos tenemos cosas que
Speaking
hacer.
of which,
Hablando de eso,
and where are you off to, young lady? I'm a dead body mom, remember?
soy un cadáver.
Dead bodies don't tell.
Ahora sí la aplicas.
See ya.
Sí, ya.
Wait, before you go, I have something for you. Cool. What is it? If I told you, that would spoil the fun, wouldn't it?
The LECLUEs didn't simply hand each other presents.
Los LECLUE no se daban regalos sin más.
They hid them.
Los escondían.
It was a family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense for finding them.
Uy.
With
me
her
gusta.
trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her.
Ok. ¿Yeah? Ah.
A new journal.
To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma of a fresh leather notebook.
Cuerno de cuero nuevo.
It smelled like mystery.
Olía a
Without
misterio.
missing a beat, she did what any detective worth their salt would do. She decorated it.
Lo decoro. Nice. Salir.
A new journal meant new adventures.
Un gran detective nunca se rinde. Besos, mamá.
She imagined all the thrilling cases that would soon fill its pages. And on the first page,
La
her
primera
mother
página.
had written an inscription.
A great detective never gives up. Love, Mom.
Salimos.
I love it. Thanks, Mom. Jenny, I wanted to talk about, to say,
Ok, se viene plática seria.
Somewhere in the back of Jenny's highly caffeinated brain, an alarm bell was ringing. Her mum was hesitating.
Madre estaba titubeando.
What could be causing her to act so out of character?
Contacto visual limitado, ojos llorosos, postura defensiva, no
Crossed
lleva
arms.
anillo.
Furrowed brow.
Jenny saw it coming from a mile away.
¿Divorcio?
Her mother was about to get
Emotional.
¿Eh?
I've really gotta go. No, Jenny, wait. I need your help. What?
¿Ah?
Really?
¡Ey!
Jenny couldn't believe her ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother to ask for help.
Uy,
It must be something very important.
algo muy importante.
Tracing the steps of a deranged killer? A cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise could solve?
I've misplaced the students' essays on decapitation.
He perdido los trabajos de los estudiantes sobre la decapitación.
See if you can find them for me before you leave.
Intenta
I have to
encontrar-
run.
Intenta encontrarlos antes de irte. Tengo que irme ya mismo.
Wow, the case of the misplaced papers.
Wow.
Are you sure you want to trust me with such a complex task?
I have no doubt you'll be able to find them. They're around here somewhere.
Jenny was unsure if her mother was unable to detect sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it.
Era incapaz de reconocer el sarcasmo o simplemente se le llevaba muy bien ignorar. Ayudémosla.
Okay, Mom. I'll find them before I leave.
Ok, es de decisiones y tengo tiempo. Dios santo. Hay que pensar rápido.
On one condition.
Tengo una condición.
Yes?
¿Qué?
You have to let me help grade them.
Tienes que dejar que te ayude a
One of
corregir.
Jenny's favorite pastimes was grading papers.
Era corregir los trabajos.
Nothing pleased her more than giving a big shiny F to an overconfident student.
Yo también. Fuera de bromas, yo también.
Don't push your luck.
Nah. Sí que chiste.
Please.
Porfa. Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Find the papers and go straight home.
But I'm meeting Keith tonight.
Pero esta noche quedo con Kate. ¿Quién es Kate?
No buts. Remember?
Oh, I'm
Aw.
sorry. Maybe I'm still feeling the effects of being poisoned for your class.
Puede que estés sintiendo los efectos de verme envenenado para tu clase.
Well then, I have the perfect antidote.
Tengo un antídoto
You're
perfecto.
staying with your cousin this weekend, and you still need to pack.
Vas a pasar este fin de semana con tu prima y aún tienes que hacer la maleta.
This again.
Otra vez.
Look, I've considered your offer, Mom, and I'm going to have to decline. I'm old enough to take care of myself.
Tengo edad para cuidarme yo solita. Yo creí que ella era mayor, pero no, es una jovencita.
I'll be back late tonight. There's meatloaf in the fridge.
Hay pastel de carne en la nevera. Cuestionar su lógica, cuestionar sus motivos. ¿Cuál? Lógica.
So you don't trust me to take care of myself this weekend, but you do trust me to fix dinner and not burn the house down?
Jenny LECLUE, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told for once and stop asking questions?
Ah,
Fine.
And try to stay out of trouble.
es lo primero que haré. Ahí sí te quedó mal.
When do I ever get into trouble?
¿Cuándo me meto yo en líos? Esta sonrisa tiene mucha historia atrás.